Hello traders, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. I will be doing a live trading session and live analysis, live discussion about trading psychology, fundamental and technical aspect of trading. And this is the second day of trading week. As you can see, today there are some high impact news coming up, and also early there was news. So we saw that gold market initially there was a big drop yesterday, as exactly as per the analysis. You have seen that now after New York session we have seen that gold in fact has gone for a pullback on the intraday time frame. Now with that pullback, what we see, gold again starting to drop. Now with that drop, let's see how we can find trading opportunity in the market. So if there is any trade coming up, I'll jump on a trade. So far today I haven't traded anything yet. I was waiting for the right opportunity. So let's see how we can see the direction in the market. It's a pre-London session live, so very important, as you know, that from this session we see the clear direction in the market. So before I begin, make sure you give a big thumbs up, smash the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done yet, so that you don't miss out any of the content that we are releasing every single day. So let's begin. First of all, we'll be looking at, first of all, higher time frame on gold. I will be starting with gold as usual to see what's happening in the market. Now looking at monthly on gold, what we see that from the monthly perspective, as I mentioned earlier in the beginning of week, that gold is a long-term bull market, but it's coming for a deeper pullback. Now why it's coming from deeper pullback, always keep in mind, when you see that a market reached a milestone, hit an important liquidity zone, the price normally come back for a deeper pullback. Now we saw that from the monthly perspective, gold has crossed this high, which is exactly a year ago. This price reached in 1st of April 2022, which is almost 2 days less a year. So from that zone we have seen that after crossing this high, and as you can see, there is no other resistance here. And this long week candle, this is the monthly, this one during the war between Russia and Ukraine, that was an extremely volatile market, and that was a bubble that exactly remember when it happened. And from that zone we have seen that gold has been rejected completely to the downside. Now with that rejection, what we can expect now, what I think, that gold will come back to this level where there is a monthly opening and closing. So there is one probability, because when you see the market reach this kind of zone where there is a high liquidity, the market revert back, because there's a lot of I'll explain later why when the market reach a liquidity, why it reverse or why it go to the other direction. It's the secret where you need, every trader need to understand, because this is where the movement happen. The price normally moves from liquidity to liquidity. So with that being said, now what I think that gold might come for a deeper pullback. Let's see what happened on the lower time frame, what's happening now. From the weekly, we can see that there is a doji here, and my weekly analysis this week also was gold bearish and did exactly as it is. You can see that from this resistance level, after grabbing liquidity from this level on the weekly, form this doji. Now with the doji formation, the price has opened with a gap, and then that we see the market is now primarily has a rejection, now little pullback. What I think that the sellers might try to sell this market again. There are certain reasons. First of all, you can see on the weekly the market open with a gap up. Okay, this is a very important thing that we need to look at. Normally when the market drops, in most cases you see the market open with a gap down. Okay, in this is, you can see here. Okay, normally when you see the market open with a gap down in a downtrend, it normally drops. Not always, it's just the way the market sometimes works. So it's easy to understand that way. I look at these kind of things to understand actually the market. When the market opens a gap up, okay, it's normally it's thus, when started to rise up, that's a sign of bullish move. So you see that the market just gap up and then drop. That means it's like a penetrated in that zone. It's like if you visualize this candle is like a stick to that zone, and the prices started to drop. What I think that the market might come now for a deeper pullback. Now if you place the Fibonacci from the weekly, we can see that the price initially has reached around 38.2%, not there exactly, almost there, and then has been rejected. Now it will try to create another movement. Now lower time frame price is very important, because anytime we could see a retest of this weekly opening and closing zone. Let's draw all of them to see in fact what kind of pattern, because I always synchronize the higher time frame with the lower time frame, especially on gold. This happens when you see the market normally goes to the entry or closing and opening zone of the candle and then come back again many times. Especially now this is the weekly candle, and it is possible for the price to go ahead and test this opening and closing zone and then revert back again. So let's see which one is likely to happen. Now if I look at daily, now this daily candle, what I see, to me it's a bearish candle. Why? Because daily always give me the best direction in the market. I always look at daily because daily price action is so reliable, and there is a lot of volume comes based on the daily price action. And I always look at daily market in the beginning to see a direction in the market, because based on the daily chart, if you even trading on the 5 minutes, if you are scalping, still you are in a very favorable position. As a scalper, I also keep the daily chart on my list, is because if I, let's say, take a trade that in case not going in favor, but if I'm on the direction of the daily trend, any point this market will revert and will go to the direction at least to the entry point. So this is why daily chart is so important, and I always look at it. So you see that from the daily, gold has formed this red body, long wick at the bottom. So this is a typical bearish candle. I have a complete separate video on this one, guys. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. When you see this kind of candle, you will see that the market normally feel that weak. So in a downtrend, a healthy body, healthy wick, in most cases you see the market will come to feel that weak. Why? Because when you see a drop and this long wick, okay, is what does that mean is that the market has an impulse and then correction. So this is the language of the market: an impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, correction. That's how the market moves. We have seen that on the daily there is an impulse, and with this long wick, in fact, it made a correction. Now we can, and also you see a little further to the upside to this level. If we place the Fibonacci only on the daily, we see that the market, let's see, has gone up to 50% Fibonacci, and then we see that now the market trying to drop. What I think that because the way it has formed and the price still didn't reach the support, today also gold may continue to drop, which is very high probability. I could be wrong. Yesterday I was in a trade, I was wrong. It's okay to be wrong as a trader, but I think that gold will drop, and in that case we could see even gold is coming to test this daily 20 EMA, which was expected in the weekly forex forecast. If it comes to this daily 20 EMA, we'll have a feast on it. It's a very good area for a scalping zone as well as for day trading. So let's see how it goes. From the daily, I see that bearish. Now looking at 4 hour, we see the price just been respecting this 20 EMA on the 10 EMA and 20 EMA, and there is a crossover, which is in fact this crossover is a you know, in a sense it's a change of trend. Normally many trader take this 10 and 20 EMA crossover as a change of trend, and you see that this is the bearish candle that has opened in the first candle of the week. How many of you have seen my weekly analysis or Sunday's gold analysis? If you haven't watched it, you won't surprise if you see that analysis. Exactly the price did that from there, and this is what exactly expected, that cross this candle's high, moving there and then to drop. And we took a trade, in fact, in the beginning of trading week in our VIP channel, and it was a successful trade. Now what I see, that you see there is a clean impulse here. Okay, if we draw this impulse correction, now another, we can expect another impulse. At least we can expect a double bottom here. In case, let's say if you say that, okay, I'm bullish on gold, I think that gold will go up, so in that case we can expect at least 100 pip down before going up. So there is a high probability for gold to me to drop. So we found a multi-time frame approach on gold for potential selling opportunity. Let's jump on to further lower time frame to see where we can find entry. This is how normally, you know, every professional trader look at the market, looking at first higher time frame, slowly jumping onto the lower time frame, which is called a top down analysis. And once you know that, it becomes much easier for a trader to understand which way the market will be heading. Now you saw that this market has a reversal from here. Okay, and this is a typical reversal pattern, a move up, move down, consolidation, drop, so which is a very typical reversal pattern. Now what I need on this lower time frame, either on 15 minutes or 5 minutes, for the price to go ahead and give me some kind of liquidity grab, and then we'll sell. So you found my secret. I look at the multi-time frame, I look at higher time frame to see the direction, and then I wait for the liquidity grab and give me a price action for an entry for further opening the trade. And this is the step by step, and I repeat that same cycle, and then I apply the strategy that we have. If all the rules are satisfied, then we enter a trade. Now for those who are in our lifetime member, you know that how we use our strategy. If you go to the student dashboard, you will find everything, especially the TF or trend following strategy is my favorite. I always use this to find an entry for any kind of instrument. So let's see, I think that gold will drop further. Let me look at further what's happening, and let me know in the chat, guys, which one you are up to, so that we can stay in the same page. Thank you. Ajit, good morning, boss. Still waiting. Thank you for waiting. I'm here. Thanks for your thanks for being here. Kuldeep, thank you. Good morning. Thank you very much. AUD CHF, I'll look at it. AUD CHF, TQK, sir, any direction on GBP AUD? Yeah, absolutely. So I see that there is a, one moment, I might need to change this. Okay, so I see that what do you think AUD? Thank you, Manap, for joining. Seaman, good morning, Seaman. Thank you. Yeah, great job for joining here. So let's see. My first priority now on gold to enter a trade. As soon as I will find that, I'll jump on a trade on gold and any other instrument, whatever we have. So let me know, guys, which one you are going on. And before I proceed on, do a favor for me, please. Give a big like. Okay, when you like, it really helps the channel, and also it helps me to stay energized and motivated, because when you like a content, it goes to more people, it goes to you, and I know that you're always helpful. And give a big like and smash this like button, and also don't forget to subscribe. So I'm gonna pause for 2 seconds so that everyone have time to do that. Great job, thank you very much for that. Okay, so let me look at Gbpusd, because Gbpusd also getting very volatile today. This is let me look at now Gbpusd. We saw that there was the news came early, and the price is showing a very promising bullish market structure. Now let me look at the news calendar on Gbpusd. So if you look at the Forex factory calendar, we see that okay, looking at Gbpusd now, for those who are completely beginner in trading about Forex factory calendar, this is a free news site. Also, I have some very good site that is very beneficial for Forex traders. I'll create a separate YouTube video on how you can access the site to generate an income from trading. Let me know in the chat if you really like it. Then I'll create a compact video on this so that you can find those sites beneficial for you, because trading is all about making an income. It's all about making money from the market, and I always focus on that. It's the key points here, being a trader and then paying the bills, paying the family expenses. So we see that 7:45 p.m. in Sydney time, in my time, so which is could be different time in your zone. So this is a free website where you can find news. In the beginning, you might see a big list. I always filter out the high impact news. Okay, and also tonight there is tonight means in my zone it's 1 a.m. we'll be covering that one also in our live. So there is a CB consumer confidence news on dollar, and also tomorrow AUD CPI. So those pairs are getting very volatile. So GBP USD, AUD USD, Euro USD, Euro AUD, USD CAD, dollar CAD, all of them will get very volatile. Okay, we have seen the dollar CAD has a big move yesterday. So let's look at now. I'll be looking more on Gbpusd, because Gbpusd is in fact currently a very important pair. And what we see that Gbpusd, this is if you have looked at, as again I'm referring back to the weekly Forex forecast, because this is where you see that whole week what the price might do. Now on GU, what I see that Gbpusd has created a strong liquidity gap here, and this is what exactly mentioned in the weekly Forex forecast. How did I predict it in that way? You see that this is the weekly candle on Gbpusd. There is a shooting star has been formed on GU. Now you see that this is the benefit of looking at the higher time frame and trading on the lower time frame. Now GU, you can see that there is first of all this doji here. Okay, a big liquidity gap with this long wick, in fact given a strong fuel for this price to move to the upside. And we have seen that with this liquidity gap on GU, the price has created this long wick handle, and followed by a gap opening, middleman, and then shooting star. So the market in fact following a big bullish market structure, and then this week the price opened with a gap. With that gap opening, the price has move to the upside on GU. Now looking at daily, now from the daily we see there is a big bullish candle yesterday. Now this bullish candle, I really like to see this kind of candle, though the trade alert that I send to the VIP students, I normally do not take a big stop loss for this kind of, because from the daily it's a bull candle. If you're a swing trader trading on the daily only, this is a very good trading opportunity once the market close. And I could send let's say a trade alert with a big, around 75 pip stop loss, but I didn't send because I want to keep a little tighter stop loss so that students can get the profit a bit earlier and the trade become a bit bigger. But the direction is bullish. So what I will be waiting later today for the price to come down and to give me an entry, because this market structure on Gbpusd, you can see that this is a double bottom here with this gap. Okay, and you can see there is a daily impulse structure created. So this is a typical bullish market structure. Okay, how typical? An impulse, okay, and then consolidation. The price has initially broken to the upside, grab liquidity from the top, has come back down, and again has come back down again and grab liquidity from the bottom, now trending to the upside. This is a, also I will create a separate video on this one as well. When you see a market does not when all the time you see this pattern over and over repeated in the market, an impulse, okay, if it is a bullish market, and then creating a consolidation. Now with that consolidation, normally you see initially it will break to the upside and then it will break to the downside and then will trend, or you see that initially it will break to the downside and then it will break to the upside and then it will come back down in the range and then it will trend. Very interesting. And this is normally is done by the big boys. It's a manipulation because they want to grab liquidity from the market, because without liquidity the market will not move at all, as you know very well. So with that being said, on Gbpusd, now the market set for a bullish move. So let's look at how we can ride that trend, because on the 4 hour we see that there is a huge liquidity. This drop from this level is a pure liquidity grab and prepared for this move to the upside. Now for me to find an entry, I was waiting one candle to cross this down, okay, grab liquidity so that I have a very tight stop loss with, so that I can, because if you look at weekly on Gbpusd, the market already made a move to the upside. Now we need to see this one has come down, given us a room for an entry. Okay, though it is forming a very typical bullish structure, a long bullish angle for doji continuation. We have seen another bullish angle for now. This one is forming another doji. Even it could continue to rise from here, okay, again to the upside, but I need a little bit of pullback for an entry, especially if you look at the 1 hour chart. There is a weakness candle here, okay, on below this level, which is a very important candle. This is the today's daily opening, and what I need is for the price to come down to grab liquidity and giving an entry, and then we'll jump on a trade on Gbpusd, which is bullish for me. So it is still short, or it has a reversed direction. Yeah, I'll look at it. Hello sir, how are you doing? I'm new join. Thank you Muhammad Hussein for joining here. I'm sure that you will enjoy. You're always welcome for joining here to come to the to our Forex Trading Wizard Academy. If you're new, that I'll invite you always. And also keep in mind, if you're completely beginner in trading, then make sure that you always, the first thing that you learn is risk management, because anyone coming to this market, the first thing could be experiencing a loss, could happen. And that's why I always tell everyone, if you're a complete beginner, then you must do the following. Number one, you must keep a proper risk management plan. Okay, for example, first thing I would recommend you to learn is how to calculate the lot size. Okay, and even the experienced trader does this mistake over and over again. For example, what do I mean by this? It's a very important. See, you need to understand it's not all about strategy, it's about the management plan. For example, let's say you want to go long here on Gbpusd. Okay, stop loss below this low. This is one trade as an example. Don't open a trade, it's just an example. And now you want to go long again. Let's say you went long from here. Okay, this is another trade. All right, and your stop loss is here. Okay, now to maintain a homogeneity in your account, that means that to maintain a consistent gain or consistent trading history in your account, the first thing that you need to ensure that you always lose same amount of money and gain could be different. Okay, could be 2 times, could be 1 time, could be 5 times. Try to understand what I'm saying, but losing has to be the same. And this is where most trader fail to maintain, because without looking at your trading account, I exactly know what's happening. If you're trading for some time, go back to your trading account and see what I'm saying is right or no. You'll see that you have a lot of winning, but you have 1 or 2 losses, big losses that eaten up entire profit that you made, maybe from 4 or 5 trades. 1 trade has taken everything, including some losses. You know why this happened is because of the not understanding the lot size calculation in trading. Now these are the 2 analogies. Let me explain. For example, what will happen, let's say if you randomly trade. So you might say, okay, I'm gonna trade always 0.1 lot, or I'm gonna trade always 0.5 lot. Okay, now the risk behind it is that, let's say you say that, okay, I'm gonna trade always 0.5 lot. Okay, no matter what, every instrument. This is in the beginning, it happens. Now if you do that, then what will happen? Let's say this trade here on Gbpusd, you have a stop loss of 9 pip, and this trade here you have a stop loss of 42 pip. Now before I proceed further, how many of you ask a question that how many pip you gained last week? Do you know that last week I had three, 4 kinds of trading account: day trading account as well as a scalping account. Now in my scalping account, I gain 20 pip. Okay, that 20 pip gave me around 14% gain on the trading account. 20 pip, can you imagine that? So pip is not the most important, and you are misguided. That's why I'm telling you the right thing. If someone telling you that, okay, we gain 500 pip, that will ruin your trading account, because I can give you a signal with, let's say, a 500 pip gain, or because I'll put a stop loss in 200 pip and I'll give you profit target about 100 pip, which might go, but before it goes to the profit target, it will blow your account, because it needs to take 200 pip drawdown to go to 100 pip profit. And at the end of the day, you see that you are blown out, but the person who is giving the trade is a winner, and you don't have that time to win that trade, because before winning you are blown out. So you need to understand what is pip and what is in fact lot size. So pip is not the factor. The factor is how much per pip value when you are opening the trade, because let's say this trade 9 pip, I'm gonna risk $100 on this pip trade. Okay, try to understand. Now this trade okay, 40 how many pip, 40 pip or 50 pip, I'm gonna risk $100 on this one. Now if you go to this website, this is our Forex Trading Wizard Academy website. Go to this website and there is a lot size calculator available for free. Go click on this position size calculator, and then so you select your account, select your pair USD, GBP, USD. Okay, this is the instrument that you are trading your account currency. Let's say AUD. Let's assume that you have a account of $1,000, could be any account size. Now let's say you wanna risk how many, $20 per trade. I said 100, let's say $20 each trade. Now calculate. Okay, what is using keep here? Okay, account balance. Okay, stop loss pip is the first one is 9 pip, right? Now it will give you 0.15 lot. So this trade, if you buy 0.15 lot, then if it goes to the other direction, then you will be losing $20 in this trade. Okay, now if you randomly buy or sell, let's say this trade also you bought 0.15 lot. Okay, now what is the danger is that if you do the same lot size for both trade, this one you are losing $20 if it goes wrong, but this one you will be losing almost $100. Okay, you see that to risk $20 you need to probably this 1.05 lot, right? Then your p value will be the same. Now if I tell you, okay, yesterday we gain, let's say this trade goes right direction. Okay, this trade has gone to profit target after 18 pip. Now this one risk 9 pip, okay, and profit target 18 pip, and you got $40 profit from it. Okay, $40 profit. Now this one has gone to profit target, this one 50 pip risk, but after 40 pip profit we have closed, right? After 40 pip profit we have closed, and the gain is $15. Try to understand, the gain is $15. Now if I announce that, okay, yesterday we made 40 pip, now not announce, let's say XYZ, X announced that yesterday we made 40 pip. Amazing, smash the like button. Now yesterday X made 40 pip. Now Y said that, okay, yesterday we gained 18 pip. Now you might say, well, X is better, he gained 40 pip, Y gained only 18 pip. But if you look at the trading account, Y has earned $40 from that trade, X has earned $15 from that trade, right? So you understand that pip, it's not important. Important is how much is your stop loss gap, and then what lot size you are buying and risking your account to get a profit target from it. Because if X give you a bigger risk, and if you buy the same amount of lot, if it goes wrong, then who will take the loss of this pip? That 40 pip you lost $100. You understand? So don't get confused in the beginning. Try to understand the real thing as a trader. If you really want to be a trader, this is the best platform that you get, guiding the traders in the right direction, helping them to become an independent, professional, profitable trader, so that your trading capital is in the right direction to be a right trader. And as you can see that this is the account that I have started with this. There's a little bit of this one is the gold trade yesterday. So this account I have started with a smaller $5,000, and I'm gonna take it to a bigger account, so that you guys know that a smaller account can be turned into a bigger account and you don't need a big account to trade, in fact. So I always recommend to trade on a smaller account. Okay, so this is the key points that one must know if you want to be a consistently profitable trader. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jan. Very good, Johan, for your achievement. Thanks for sharing with us that. Very good job. Okay, so well done, Johan, for your 10%. That's what I need, trader, so that they can gain good amount of money from trading, so that they can lead their life in the way we want. There is always a purpose behind everything. Okay, the reason you are trading is because you need something out of trading, and that's what I tell everyone, that you need to keep in mind, so that you can stay in track to achieve the goal that you need to achieve from trading. So let me look at the chart. US oil, yeah, we'll look at US oil, please. Thank you. Amazing. Good morning, coach, and everyone. Thank you. Good morning. You are doing a great job too, by appreciating. Thank you. What about US oil? Yeah, look at US oil now. Gbpusd. Yeah, absolutely. Look at Gbpusd as well. Yeah. Is the Usdjpy trade from yesterday still running? Can you do any? Yeah, we'll look at Gbpusd and Usdjpy. So all right, so let's look at some other instrument, Gbpusd. Okay, Gbpusd, looking at the bigger picture first of all. So you have seen that. Now looking at GJ, what we have seen, that Gbpusd has come to this level where there is the resistance zone. Okay, now with this resistance, what we see, that GJ has reached this level. This is the resistance level here. The price exactly has come to that level, and we have seen that there is a rejection happen. Now looking at bigger picture, monthly first of all. Now from the monthly, in the beginning that we discussed, that GJ is a long-term bearish market. This is the monthly. We can see that from the monthly, Gbpusd, the overall structure that we see on GJ is this. Okay, this is the resistance level here. Okay, so with this is the dynamic resistance on Gbpusd. Now this dynamic resistance, you can see there is a head here. Okay, left shoulder, and this is the right shoulder. Okay, so it has formed a head and shoulder in that level. Now with that head and shoulder formation, what Gbpusd has done, that for me, it's look like that to me, it is changing its long-term uptrend. You can see that historically this is a bullish market. Starting from here, there's a big impulse and then consolidation. Okay, there's big another impulse. Okay, and then correction, impulse. So the market, from the bigger picture perspective, GJ was historically bull market, but finally we have seen with this impulse, the price has broken down from that level and corrected to certain level. Now this month we have seen that creating a lower high, the market is showing a bearish momentum. Now after coming to this zone, we have seen significant movement, which is very fair for a pullback perspective, and we saw that after this pullback, GJ now slowly coming down again. I think that at some point we could see that GJ may break this monthly low to create any lower low. Now if I look at the weekly, what we see that back to back quite a few series of lower high along this zone, and also long week candle. Now what this week has done, the price exactly reach this level. Okay, now how do I what I can just spot that zone that where the market might continue to reverse from this long week? Keep in mind that there are some station that I look at in the market from the higher time frame. You will see that on the lower time. So what are these station? Also I will create a separate video because these are bigger topic in this live, may not be able to cover, but once you know that, it becomes much easier to understand. Now let me tell you the station. The station means, let's say you are on a train and the train will not stop anywhere, right? It will go to a station and from that station to the other station, like that. Now if you look at this candle, let's say a doji, any kind of, okay, let's say this is a monthly doji. Now there are some station in this candle. Okay, you know where this is station? Let me tell you. This is a station. Half of this long week is a station. High of the week is a station, and then closing zone is a station. Half of this week is a station, and low or the breaking of this zone is a station. Now you see that in 95% case the price will follow this station. Now that means that, let's say the market open, the market will come here, either will go reverse from here, or will reverse from here, or will breaking this high will reverse from here. Normally this is how the market moves. Now let me show you a real-time example, and looking at the NASDAQ, look at the monthly on NASDAQ. Okay, see this station, this doji, the price has just crossed the doji and then reversed from here. Okay, and you see this station, always the market follows. Now if I look at the Gbpusd again on the weekly, you can see that every time the price reach that half week, okay, the previous week's half, reverse. Now it reached the same level, almost the half week, and then we see that the market is trying to reverse. So with that perspective, if I look at the daily, we see the market has reached this daily 20 EMA, and from that zone we see the market now slowly turning down. Now from the intraday, we see there is a exactly tested this resistance zone here. Now with the test of this resistance in Gbpusd, there is an impulse correction. What I need for this market to sell, I think it will drop or it will range in this level. Okay, it might range or drop, but I normally don't trade direct like that. I need a liquidity grab on the way so that I can rely on that price action for potential selling opportunity. For me, what I think that GJ might drop further, at least to this zone where there is a doji, and from that zone we could see the other direction, but at least we can expect it to drop. But I need a liquidity grab for a potential entry opportunity on this instrument. Okay, alright guys, also there is a free Telegram channel link in the description, in the live chat. You can join the free Telegram channel don't hesitate to join that. And also if you really want to be our a student in our academy and also trade with us, learn our strategies, also link in the description, and there is a link at the top of the chat. You can visit the website and join us to learn our strategies and also to trade with us. We do have some good trades, sometime losing trades also comes up. It's a part of the game, but we try to keep the winning streak. Every week we are gaining a very good return. So far we are doing very well. Let's see how it goes. This week is very important because there is a monthly and weekly opening coming up, and this week I'll really look forward to have some very good trades. Today so far we haven't opened anything special. I will be looking at the GBP pairs. The GBP news is coming up and the USD pairs, so let's see how it does. Now from the 1 hour on GBPUSD, I'm looking for a drop in this one. Kindly look at gold boss. Yeah, absolutely, we'll look at it. Thank you. Good stuff. Thank you very much. Good morning, coach. How are you? Thank you again for gold analysis. Joke, thank you very much. You are appreciated. Yeah, very good equation. Trading equal discipline. Very good. It's truth. Trust me. See, wherever you are living, let me tell you some truth. Okay, let's say if you are living in any kind of first world country, such as on like Australia, UK, USA, any UAE, any kind of country, okay, I'm sure that whatever you are doing, accumulating a $5,000 account is not a big deal at all. Anyone can do it, even a student. Okay, anyone can do it. And if you are in other countries where the income may be a bit less, but it's still, let's say, a month or 2 month income can be a good trading account. And with that account, with a proper risk, like proper discipline, okay, there is a two part. One is risk management. With proper discipline, with one can generate a really good income, even with a little trading knowledge, with one strategy. Okay, even half an hour time each day. Okay, it doesn't require time. That's why I prefer trading. You know what is the hardest, the most difficult part in trading? Is winning yourself. Okay, how many of you believe in it? I am telling you from my experience, my knowledge, as well as understanding, a long going through after long experience, that I'm telling you the real truth is what JC Livermore said. He's a legendary trader. If you see him in his book, you will see how he was. He said that a trader greatest enemy himself. Okay, so if you can overcome yourself, if you can remain disciplined, it is 100% possible for a trader to make a very good income, side hustle, whatever you want to define it, extra income, side hustle, or even a full-time income. It's possible. The only obstacle here is trader himself. Okay, I have seen in my journey, and this is where I think that I want every one of you work on that part, that think about what is this mean by overcoming ourselves. Okay, this is not only applicable in trading, in applicable every area of our life. Okay, so if you can overcome yourself, you can become a truly successful trader, and with a little capital you can generate extra income. You can use that for your passion, buy the things that you want to buy. If you can be a wealthy trader. Okay, a trader is a wealthy, always trader is wealth. It's come with the wealth because it's a cash coming from the account, okay? And nothing wrong with it, you know. I know that many people want to feel a little bit of, you know, hesitate to talk about money and wealth. I don't feel, because this is what we are doing here, you know, generating wealth by trading. And that's what I think, that, you know, you need to realize that you need that, okay? You need that wealth to live the life that you want to live. So this is why it is important that you know, you welcome that wealth by being disciplined, okay? This is the key. Now, how do you become disciplined as a trader? This is the question. How many of you can answer this question? Then you understood, say, so for example, that discipline brings everything. That how do you become in fact disciplined? Okay, how do you become disciplined? Can you answer this one now? I'm gonna look at gold now. Let's see how it does. So we see that from the gold, this is the 1 hour chart, and gold looks like that from the 4 hour. As I meant in the beginning, I started with gold. Let's look at gold again. What I think about the gold. Now if I look at the daily on gold, you can see that there is a daily candle has closed, which is significantly bearish on gold. Now always keep in mind, I look at the daily chart, and daily chart is always my favorite, because on daily chart I can see the direction very clearly, and daily chart is very reliable. It's not a too high time frame and also not a too low time frame. For the directional perspective or even from trading perspective, daily chart is very good. And we saw that there is a daily candle has closed that has a long wick at the bottom, okay? And also there is a healthy body in it. Now that daily candle, it left a wick at the bottom. Now when you see this kind of candle, in most cases you will see the price will come to fill that wick in majority of the case. Why? Because this is the language of the market. Once you read, then you can know that it will come back. Why? Because impulse, correction, impulse. Now when daily price come here, it has gone up for a correction. Now it is in it should come for another impulse. Now if I look at further lower time frame on the intraday, we saw that the market started this impulse from here. Now this is exactly the point that discussed in the weekly analysis as well as in the weekly forex forecast. Now if you haven't watched that, okay, I posted the same analysis on TradingView on YouTube. Exactly this is the point was mentioned in the analysis, that crossing this one little bit and then to drop. The price did that, made this move. Let's see now. This is the movement happened to this level, corrected to that zone. Now from that level we see that the market now coming down. Now with that pullback, okay, the market slowly moving down. You see it left, it is just below this dynamic resistance zone, below this 20 mm. What I think that gold will try to create another attempt for coming down, and this is where I will be waiting to see in fact what it is doing, okay? Now it doesn't mean that in 100% sure it will drop and you give a big lot sell just to think that, just to see that it might going up. So that's what you need to understand, that be very confident, and at the same time hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Always manage the risk as a trader, so that anytime any trade going wrong, you are not, you know, blown out. So it is very important. Good trader who knows how to protect his capital. So you need to learn to protect your capital. So with that said, now this is the drop correction. Now we can expect another correction. If I look at further lower time frame, let's say on the 15 minutes, I see that there is a doji is being formed now, okay? On the 15 minutes, let's see we can find any opportunity. There is already a liquidity grab happen here on 15 minutes. the 5-minute chart. Okay. Let's see how it does. So, I need a candle that really will stand out. We could see now, but I think that the market has formed this is the 5-minute chart on gold. It's formed this trend line. All right, and there is a first of all 2 candle you see has gone up. Now from this zone, right, it could drop, or it just starting of a manipulation. It could continue to rise up to this level, grab liquidity, and then drop. For me, I normally do when there's extreme situation, extreme manipulation, so that I can find the right entry opportunity in the market. Okay, so let's see how it does. It might go a little to the upside. Okay, let's see how it does. It looks like that it might manipulate. It might go up for liquidity grab. This is the resistance level here. Okay, from the 5 minutes perspective, and that level is now. If I buy, it will be against the local trend, so I will be waiting for a selling opportunity in this market. For now, so far looks like the market is bearish, okay, on gold, and I really will wait for a clean liquidity grab from the top, and then giving me selling signal. Then I will be selling gold. For me, it's still bearish, okay. Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you, Wango. You're amazing. Thank you very much. Good morning. Morning, Amarsana. Okay, so what's liquidity gap? How to use it? Very good question. This is my favorite technique that I use to enter a trade. So liquidity gap, it's in fact a very important question. I think that every trader, any successful trader, professional trader, that knows what is a liquidity gap. So if I look at, let's say, any kind of instrument, let me go to the, okay, so this is gold right now. Liquidity gap, let me first quickly explain what is a liquidity gap. You can see, so let's say this is a resistance level, okay. The price from here has come to that resistance, bounced back, has come to that resistance, bounced back, okay. Now when once the price did that couple of times, now everyone started to think that, okay, the market has been reversed from here multiple times, so this is a very good level of resistance level. We will be selling from here, and everyone started to sell from here, stop loss here, take profit here. And just to see that the price has broken that level, okay, create an overextended, hit you to stop loss, and then move in the direction that you wanted to move. And after grabbing that liquidity, it normally moves a bigger movement, okay, after liquidity. Now what is a liquidity grab then? Is a momentum, okay. Liquidity means the fuel of the market, like the car that you are driving, you need fuel in it, and Without fuel, the car will not move. Similarly, without liquidity, the market will not move. Now, this is a secret understanding of liquidity, price action, and market structure. Okay, Nikola Tesla once said that he's a genius scientist of all time, that if you want to know the secret of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. If you want to know the secret of the market, then you must think in terms of price action, market structure, and liquidity. And liquidity is the tool that I use, is the secret that I use to find the best entry in the market. So once the price hit your stop loss, you'll see that the market will move in the direction you wanted with a high speed. Why? Because there is always a transaction happen between buyers and sellers in the market. So let's say when everyone is selling this market, their stop loss is here. Okay, their stop loss is here. Now your stop loss, like a stop loss, you know, yesterday my stop loss also hit. Okay, everyone's stop loss is here. So your stop loss or my stop loss, when we sell, this stop loss is a buy order. Okay, is a buy order. Okay, keep in mind, when you sell, your stop loss is a buy order. Right now, once your stop loss is a buy order, then what Gbpusd does, they manipulate the market to go to your stop loss, and then to hit that stop loss. Once you are out of trade, that means that though you are a seller, you're forced to be a buyer, and you bought from them, they sold, the market moves in the direction. Now you might say, okay, if this is the case, then how can you make money from the market? Now no one can avoid manipulation, anyone can fall into that trap. It's a normal phenomena, but it's nothing negative. Okay, it's nothing negative. This is what you need to understand. This is how the market moves. Without manipulation, the market will not move. The market will remain like this, as seen. It will create a narrow line and you can't trade. So it's like a, let's say you say that, okay, I love sunny day, you know, I want a sunny day. Now if you say that, and if you don't appreciate the rainy day, the sunny day will not come. Or you say that, okay, I love to stay all along on the sunny day, I don't like darkness, I don't like night. And the day started to think that, okay, you love day, the night might get a little bit of, you know, what I can say, a little bit of angry, and the night say that, okay, I'm not gonna come anymore. And you say that day, and then there's no night. Okay, so can you live in that day without night? No. So that's why it's a like without night you cannot see a day. Without manipulation you cannot see a market moving. So the best way is to use that manipulation in your advantage, to wait for that manipulation to happen and then enter the trade. And you can see that this is where the manipulation happened, little bit of break to the upside. Let me look at that. So you see that this is the analysis that was submitted Sunday on gold. Exactly, this is what I mentioned, because that's what I predicted the market that to do that, because there is an important area and the market is likely to go. And you can see that the price has crossed that high, grab the liquidity, and then drop. So you'll see this, you can see here also there's a manipulation big, and then the prices rise up. So wherever you see, especially indices also, if you trade US30, NASDAQ, I always enter only when there is a manipulation happens. You see this doji cross couple of candles low and then has gone. Look at the Gbp USD. Okay, exactly, you see this candle. Once you know that you are a trader, and just the next you need to do the risk management. You see that back to back 2 candles low. Okay, grab liquidity from here, manipulation, and then so you don't have to look back for this trade to go up, and it's moving, it will continue to move. So this is called a liquidity grab. I know that sometimes it becomes a little bit of what I can say, complex to understand, but once you know that, it becomes much easier. And day by day, just think about it, you know, our brain take a little bit of times to what I can say, digest something, but once you put it over and over again, it will rewired in your brain and it will start to act on it, because something when we put in our brain, it takes little bit of resistance, because anything to do on autopilot, you need to create a neural pathway in your brain, and that happens only by repetition. That's why you see that I repeat the same analysis over and over again, because it helps me to pay attention, to reprogram my brain and mind. So with that said, let's jump on to gold. And what I see that gold now, as I mentioned, on the lower time frame, I think that there's some bullish move coming in that zone, and what I will be waiting on this market, in fact, is for the price is 21 minutes later this candle is closing. I think that we might see a little pullback to the upside if the gold is testing this 20 EMA on the 4-hour. I'll be scalping from that zone. Okay, gold is scalping from that zone. We have a specific strategy for scalping from this 20 EMA, because if this candle is closing as a red and then gold is going up to this 20 EMA, there is a certain drop, should be not 100%, there should have some drop from this level to this zone, and then we should see that gold market is coming down later. So I will be waiting, because on the daily there is a very high probability for this price to continue to drop. So with that being said, hopefully that you are enjoying. Make sure you give a big like, guys, and also don't forget to subscribe. Check if you have subscribed or no. So thank you. Now I'm slowly transforming to beginner to trading. All credit goes to you, Bablu. Thank you. Also all credit goes to you as well. Okay, because my job is to motivate you, is to give you the direction, guide, and strategy, education. Your job is to implement. Okay, so all credit goes to you, because you are sticking to the game. This is the, I know that trading is, as I mentioned, trading is easy, but at the same time it's a little bit of hard. You know why it is hard? Because of the in the beginning, as I mentioned, the self-control or self overcoming. It's a hard job, I understand, and it takes a little bit of patience. And I'll tell you guys that don't be hopeless. See, there is a saying that if you hang out long enough in a barber shop, you will have a haircut, no doubt about it. So just hang out long enough. Okay, take a smaller lot size, keep a smaller account, and also trade in a demo account. Take a lot of trades. If you are trading in the live account, take a very smaller account, even if it is blown out, maybe your 1 day salary. If you are in a first world country, not more than 1 day salary, make a very smaller account, like $100 account, and then take a lot of trades. The reason is, what I'm saying is, if you are trading on the demo is best, but when you trade on the live account, there is a little bit of attention goes in it. Okay, it creates a little bit of emotion, which is needed if you really want to be a trader. Because when you are trading on the demo, you might not pay attention, you just take a trade and then get busy in something else. But if you're trading on live, it creates a little bit of value in it. You feel like that, okay, I'm trading on the live account, I'm making money or losing money. So it creates an importance in you. So at the same time, you need to be safe. Okay, so that's why trade in a very smaller account. Let's say if you are as I mentioned, if you are even $20 account, $10 account, $50 account, $100, based on what's your income level, you can create a smaller account and then trade on it, and then see, even if you blow an account of a $20, okay, it will not, but you have an experience of blowing account. It is also needed to have. There is no, I can't tell you that there is no successful trader in the world, in my knowledge, that who ever not have blown any account, especially in Forex. So that experience also needed, because it's a journey. Okay, it's a step-by-step journey. So blow in an account that it's a coffee price, so that you don't have a very problem in your life because of that. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. Hopefully that you got that point, what I'm trying to tell you, and learn it. And once you learn it, you become, once you gain the freedom, once you learn the strategy, you can become a consistently profitable trader, and you can make money every day from trading. Okay, so we had almost covered most of the thing. Let me look at US oil. Some of you asked for US oil. So looking at US oil, looking at monthly. Okay, so we see that from the monthly, US oil has formed this long red candle. Okay, now with that monthly, we saw this monthly candle has crossed this high. This is a very important liquidity zone on the monthly. And then weekly, from weekly we saw that US oil has gone to the upside. This is a neckline of this structure here on US oil. And then from daily, I think this market, it might go a little bit to the upside. Okay, it is a currently bullish market. There is nothing we can predict yet. What I think that we might see, because it's a bull market, we might see further move, and then from there we could see that US oil again coming down. So looking at that, I think yeah, I think we might see a little push to the upside on US oil, and then we can move to the upside. Okay, all right, so US oil, we might see further bullish move. And from this you can see it's approaching this support here on the daily, support here, which turned resistance. And from this, we could see that US oil is coming down. Okay, is there any question that I didn't cover? So hopefully that you found value in it. And also guys, if you want to join us, learn our strategies, trade with us, there is a link in the description. You can visit us, join us to become an independent professional trader. And also, if anyone looking for a regulated broker, I'm putting a link of EverTrade. They are regulated, so you can join them. If you are looking for regulated, your capital will be in a safe hand. Using the link, if you are in an eligible country, you can receive 40% welcome bonus. So 40% welcome bonus. Use this code wizard, so that you are you must need to use this code, and you have to be in an eligible country for this bonus to be accepted, and you can use that to learn that strategy. So with that said, let me see if there is anything. Let me know if there is anything I haven't covered. You are always welcome. Thank you. Is there anything that I haven't covered, guys? Let me know in the chat. Okay, so gold 4 hours. Okay, so gold 4 hour. Is there anything I have forgotten? Let me know, because sometime, you know, because I had to address a lot of things. Some of your question maybe I missed in the top, so let me know in the chat. Now if I look at the gold on the 15 minutes chart, we see, as I mentioned, it looks like that we could see a short-term bullish move. Okay, now from the 4 hour, you see this candle is closing at 13 minutes time. What I think that gold might go up little bit. It might test this 20 EMA, and then we could see a drop. Or if we see that gold reversing from here, that's a different story. We'll look at it, and that's why we didn't enter the trade, and we need to see that gold market has given us an entry, and then only we'll be trading on gold once we will find that option. So from the 4-hour, to me it is still bearish, but to trade bearish I need a clean price section for an entry, and this is what I do. I wait very long time to find the entry, and as soon as I'll find entry, I'll send it to the VIP Telegram channel, as well as to those in my account, as well as I'll send it to the students. So with that said, I'm gonna end this session. Thank you very much for being here. I'll come on live again in New York session and in London session. Make sure guys that you stay there as well, and because being in an environment will really according to science, when you are in an environment, your even gene will produce some kind of protein to make you the person that you want to become. So it is important that you always stay in the environment so that you can achieve that what you are looking for. Thank you. I'll see you again in London, in New York session and London session. There is a news coming up, as you know. We'll cover that, and hopefully that time we'll find a trade. JBM Eurocad pardon me, Eurocad looks to me that we might see a drop on this one. Looks like that we might see, this is the daily 20 EMA. I think Eurocad will drop to this zone where there is a daily 20 EMA. If I look at the weekly, there is a bullish candle, but I think that this price might come to the support level before moving up, and there's a daily 20 EMA zone. So Eurocad, if it goes up to test this 20 EMA on the 4-hour, I'll be entering the sell trade. So all Euro pairs, including Euro CHF, also showing a significant possibility to drop from here. Okay, so Euro pairs looks like Eurocad, Euro CHF, and Euro GBP. For me, it's bearish. Okay, except Euro dollar, it's look like bullish. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow, today, later, and until that, stay well, stay happy, and talk to you.